Hi, and welcome to our show, Just the Five of Us. I'm Mariah Kadar.
I'm Lawson Turner, and in today's show, we're going to show you everything we did in our COMM 2440 class. We have a lot of stories coming up for you today, from favorite buildings, horror movies, afternoon workouts, and a lot of other great stories.
What's your ideal place to hang out on campus? Have you ever thought about your favorite building at NSU? Our reporters Emily and Lawson decided to see what people on campus think is theirs.
My reporting partner and I took a walk around campus to see what people's favorite buildings are and why. The first person we came across told us why Williamson Hall is her favorite.
It only has 2 floors and the elevator works, unlike Kaiser.
And she wasn't lying. The elevators inside did work, unlike the elevator we saw inside Kaiser building. I'm here at Williamson Hall, one of the students' favorite buildings on campus.
This is the engineering hall, where the 3D printing, the woodworking, and all the smart students are at. Let's get inside.
The next person we came across has had a lot of classes in this hall, so of course it was his favorite.
My favorite building on campus is the Williamson Hall. The reason why is because it's the engineering hall. And one aspect I love about it is they have the
He had some trouble remembering his favorite part, so he took us there instead, the woodworking room. Apparently, there are many things to enjoy about the Williamson Hall. For COMM 2440, it's just the 5 of us.
While you and Emily found Williamson Hall to be the best on-campus building, there are many other buildings to enjoy, and some new ones coming.
Some love Williamson, but our fitness reporter, Cameron Shelton, prefers the RAG. Cameron?
Most students go to the gym to lose weight, but I go to the gym for a different reason.
Around 12:30 in the afternoon, the NSU RAC parking lot was packed, but there was barely anyone in the gym. The hallways, weight room, and the main workout area was almost empty. Freshman Aaliyah Johnson enjoys going to the gym and is very passionate on gaining weight. Her favorite workout is cardio because it helps build muscle in her legs and glutes. Even on her bad days, she is still motivated to hit the gym.
I think the gym helps me mentally because after I feel motivated to do like schoolwork and the rest of my life.
Going to the gym, especially for college students, can help out mentally, physically, and emotionally.
Would you rather work out or play basketball?
Sophomore Matthew Johnson loves playing basketball, but he's not really good at it. Disclaimer, Aaliyah and Matthew are not siblings.
Well, mainly play basketball, but I work out too, but mainly basketball. Just like up and down the court. Something about basketball is kind of exciting. You get to get on teams, you get to play. It's like you're a part of something. It's like on the day-to-day basis. Like you can come in here, you can just hop on, you can just start a game. There's nothing really to it. All you gotta do is come in here.
Whether it's playing basketball or just working out at a gym, physical activity is good for the body. For COMM 2440, it's just the 5 of us.
Did you know that the RAC has a yoga class every Tuesday morning? Now you know. Back to you, Mariah and Lawson.
All that working out just makes me think about running. Running for a student government association position is always nerve-wracking, especially when over 40 students are running and only 28 positions are available. And I was one of them.
Vote Agri-Kadar 2023! Student Government Association election season is in full effect. During this time, candidates hand out giveaways, hang banners, and put up yard signs in order to rally students to vote in their favor.
Good morning.
Ebenezer Agri, presidential candidate, explains what's it like to participate in a student body election.
This election is exciting to just be able to campaign and get our information out. I'm on a ticket with Mariah Kadar. She is my running mate, and if we don't win, then we're off SJ. But that's the exciting part, and that's the challenge that we're willing to take, because we have a vision, we have a plan, and we're ready to create the change. So
stakes are high when running to be the next student body president, because if the presidential and vice presidential candidate does not win, they will no longer be members of SGA. The president and vice president run as a ticket, which means their names appear as one on the ballot. Aside from those positions, there's 1 treasurer position and 25 Senate positions, which means that none of those candidates will run as a ticket. Candidates for Senate often partner with the presidential ticket that best matches their ideas for SGA to boost their support. Senator candidate Corey Nash explains which ticket he chose to support.
Supporting Aggregator, I see that the dedication they have, it can make SGA better with all the initiatives and changes that they can bring.
Senator candidates can support either side, but the decision is up to the students.
Okay.
For COMM 2440, it's just the 5 of us.
As you've heard, losing means being removed from SGA, which is why I'm here as your co-anchor. Stay with us because up next, we're having some military talk.
Whether it's in the trailer, behind the camera, or on the air, NSU has a place for you. Learn the ins and outs of an ESPN broadcast while getting a full-fledged education in sports media or broadcast journalism. Northwestern State University, New Media, Journalism, and Communication Arts. Learn more at nsula.edu/newmedia.
If you thought running for vice president is hard, imagine running with 30 pounds on your back. Special events like the NSU RTC Steven Challenge are one of the most fun events for high school JRTC cadets. This is an event where cadets from all over the state come to campus to do orienteering, military knowledge tests, a modified ACFT, as well as an odd object run and a 2-mile ruck. Here, everyone is signing in for their school and getting ready for the day. I interviewed a cadet to ask him about the events for today, and this is what he said.
The events that excite me the most today is going to be the sprint, drag, and carry. I feel that way because last year during JCLC, I felt like I got cheated. So during the practices with my cadets, I made sure that they got the best that they could, so they don't feel cheated. They know exactly what they got to do. Cadet Seldestein said he prepared his team very well and made sure they were prepared for all events, including the orienteering event you see here, where cadets had to find points all across campus with only a map. Once each team completes the events prior, they will come to the sprint, drag, carry event where the graders will receive their school name. Each member in each 2-man team will do the event individually, and then their scores will be added together for a total team score. I interviewed one team about their experience here.
Oh, my favorite was probably the sprint, drag, whatever it is.
Sprint, drag, carry.
Sprint, drag, carry.
That was also my favorite. You know, we absolutely rocked it out.
Destroyed everyone else. All right.
The cadets said they struggled on the pull-ups and push-ups, yet they did very well here. Even though the sprint, drag, carry is a tough and physical event, Cadet Smith and McDonald ended up leaving back home to Houghton with a nice big gold trophy. Anyone interested in RTC, talk to me.
Running for SGA can be scary, just like watching scary movies. And I did that.
Tonight seems like a good night for a scary movie. There are people going in and out from the University Comm's parking lot. A freshman by the name of Daniel Edwards answered why doesn't he like horror movies. Here's his response.
Then you have like Scream and like, you know, like there's a possibility of that happening. So it kind of adds to like the effect of the movie, like it gets you a little paranoid, like what if that happens? Like if like someone knocks on your door, like you don't know, like oh crap, is that somebody about to come and try to kill me?
Despite Edwards not liking horror movies, he does appreciate some scary movies for not scaring him due to them being unrealistic.
What's happening? Oh my god. Your arm. There's something crawling inside of it.
Why do I keep doing these things to myself, Blossom? Our next guest is someone who can handle things like that. Inside one of the apartments, the student named Cypress Delapi was talking about the lack of lighting in the university's housing living room when she was asked what's the best part about horror movies. This is her answer.
I like gore, specifically, and a lot of movies kind of shy away from that, and horror movies aren't afraid to like lean into it and get gory.
Whether you like watching horror movies or not, there are some enjoyable ones out there for you.
The movie clip that you just saw is from The Perfection. It's available on Netflix, but just a heads up, there are a couple scenes in there that'll make you a bit queasy. Up next, a story about going on a music tour, so stay with us.
Whether it's in the trailer, behind the camera, or on the air, NSU has a place for you. Learn the ins and outs of an ESPN broadcast while getting a full-fledged education in sports media or broadcast journalism. Northwestern State University. New media, journalism, and communication arts. Learn more at nsula.edu/new media.
Horror movies make me scream pretty loud, but you know what else gets pretty loud? A wind symphony. Our reporter Emily Tischer tags along as NSU band hit the road.
The NSU Wind Symphony went on a 2-day trip to play for 4 high schools across Louisiana and Texas. They played in a variety of venues, some even nicer than at our own school. What do the performers think about the tour?
I love music, I love getting to play it and getting any opportunity to play with fellow musicians, so it's exactly what I get to do and I'm going to enjoy every second of it.
Everybody keeps taking off their shoes and it smells like feet on the bus.
The bus rides were long and many naps were taken. Meanwhile, others had to work on their midterms during the downtime. But it was all worth it because we were able to make a stop at Buc-ee's. This is the band hall, where everyone's individual preparation came together for rehearsals. Let's see how all that hard work paid off. They played many pieces that showcased different members of the ensemble. One featured 3 clarinet soloists. Another featured 4 percussionists. There were also some standards and chamber pieces. How does the director of bands feel about the tour?
I'm just very thankful we have an administration that understands the importance not only for our recruiting and our outreach, but also for the students' development, because this is one of the parts of being a professional musician.
Having only 2 weeks to prepare, along with a couple guest conductors that had no rehearsals, the Wind Symphony put on 4 concerts that pleased every audience. For COMM 2440, it's just the 5 of us.
Forgum demons.
20 hours on the bus is way too long.
It sure is. A hot new band has entered the scene in Natchitoches. Our reporter Emily Tischer finds out more about these musical NSU students.
Something About Saturdays is a band of NSU students just starting out. They've been together only a few months but have already performed a few times locally. How do they figure out what to play?
We made a Spotify playlist where we all are collaborators, so we can all add songs, and so we kind of started by we all like pick a few songs like we should do this, and then we actually like started going through them
And just playing them for fun during a couple rehearsals and seeing what like sounded the best or was the most fun to play out of that playlist.
They also have one original song that they have performed twice so far. They are working on others and hope to release an EP sometime this summer. As a student musician, it's pretty hard to balance all your classwork alone. And then if you have a band on top of that, it's even harder. Let's see how this band does it. Every member of the band has different organizations and ensembles that they are also a part of. They also have part-time jobs. Their busy schedules often don't line up.
When we met over the break, there was like a point where we met like 4 days in a row for like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. And now we're really busy. So yeah, it's like, when can we squeeze in a time? Like today, we're only meeting for like half an hour. Right.
It may be hard work to manage everything, but they have plenty of fun to make the work easier. Even giving each other tattoos one night during rehearsal. Be sure to check out this new local band. For COMM 2440, it's just the 5 of us.
Just follow our Instagram page, something about Saturdays _ for convenience.
The band has a few upcoming performances at Story Brew Cafe, so keep an eye out for Something About Saturdays.
And that's it for our show. Before we leave you, we would like to show you some bloopers from our class.
You mean the real fun we had in class? Thanks for watching. As always,
Fork 'em Demons.
Sorry, I'm laughing.
Can you do like 3, 2, 1?
Just the 5 of us, making videos all the time. Just the 5 of us.